Welcome, friends. Today, we are starting another First Impressions series. Splendid. That is right, my friends. Once again, I have returned to you, this time with another First Impressions series. And the house we will be doing First Impressions on today is the house of Oriza Legrand. This is their sample set they sent me. It has a bow. How intriguing. Let's undo the bow. So I got 6 samples from this house. I bought them. What a fetching bow that is. Nice colour. Okay, let's have a look. 300 years of Oriza Legrand, allegedly. I'm not even going to try and read that. It's not happening. Okay. Catalogue. A little catalogue. Bijoux illustré. Sorry, I won't do that again. This is Oriza Perfumes. Now, what do you say about yourself? Oh, God. Well, there is pictures. I like that sort of thing. And little bits of shtick. So, oh, they do soaps as well. Yeah, I know they do a lot of things that smell nice. So, I'm not going to read all of this crap because, you know, let's not take the piss. But we have 6 samples here. Oh, we have 6 samples here. I will do 3 today and I will do 3 next time. I'm looking forward to these. This is meant to be a quality house. I've seen a couple of like videos about them and stuff like that, but we'll see how it goes. Well, they're nice hefty samples as well. I just wanted to show you the packaging, to be honest. Never smelled these before. Can't remember what the samples are, even though I ordered them. I think you get to choose which samples you want, although I've been wrong before about this sort of thing. So bear with us. Okay, I'll keep the booklet around. And here are the 3 sticks. Sticks trois. I haven't got this centered at all. It'll be driving the OCDs mad. Sorry, OCDs. Okay. First up, we have Rêve d'Océan, and then we have Peau D'Espagne. Oh, I look forward to that. I've got another fragrance called Peau D'Espagne. And then we have Cuir de Russe. Okay. All promising, actually. I'm sure I've heard of that Ocean one before. Where is it? Where is it? Ooh, they've got a vet of a royal pot. Right, anyway, bollocks. Sorry. Let's try this one. Rêve d'Océan. Please tell us they're in. They're in. No, they're not. They're not even close to being in order. You wankers. Where's the blurb for it then? No, it could be here. I've tried Scotch Lavender before. It was a little bit powdery. I mean chalky. I'm not a big powder fan, you know. Where's Rêve d'Océan? Come on. Where's Rêve d'Océan? Don't do this to us. I'm on the video. Oh, there it is. Dark and precious essences. Wooden notes filled with the mystery of the forest with fairies and pixies. Oh, shit. Okay, fairies and pixies. There we go. These are good. I like these samples. How much are you? 2 mil. They feel sturdy, though. Let's have a waft, friends. Let's have a waft. Rêve d'Océan. What does the internet say about this perfume? Let's see. Oh, there's a little bit of metallic vibe going on there. It was released in 2012. Elemi. Definite Elemi. So the notes, here we go, the notes. Aldehyde, pine, incense, Popanax, Gaiac wood, benzoin, cinnamon, tonka, and elemi. Labdanum, amber, sandalwood, musk, and leather. I really like this. It is dark. It is A little incensey, a little resinous, a little peppery. I get that from some incense. Dry, you know. A little bit metallic. I suppose that could be the aldehydes and the elemi. Elemi can go a little bit metallic sometimes because it's quite sharp and astringent, you know. It's a little bit powdery though. I'm getting a little bit. It could be the benzoine that. Getting the labdanum. It's ambery. Still a little bit fresh and refined as well. That's actually really good, that. That's actually really, really good. I like that. Apparently the perfumer is called Hugo Lambert. It's a hell of a name. It's very European with the Hugo, but it's very Scottish with the Lambert. Ossianism is a romantic poetry style in Europe in the 19th century. Ossian is the narrator of the purported... Ossian is the narrator and purported author of a cycle of Celtic and epic poems. Ossian was influential at the development of the Romantic movement at the end of the 18th and the 19th century. I'm getting a lot of the resin, a lot of the elemi. I'm getting a bit of smoke. I'm getting incense. I'm getting the labdanum. This is very good. This is very, very, very good. On paper, at the beginning, this is very good. I really like this. This will be going on skin. It's got a freshness about it though, like a cleanliness, but not cleansed with fire. It's got like that little kind of powdery benzoine. You know how sometimes from benzoine you can get a little bit of powder, you know? Like as if you've left benzoine resin out in the air and it's dried and there's like little crystals form on the outside where the moisture's escaped and it's just like a white coat. Cinnamon, getting some of the cinnamon. That's lovely, that's actually really, really nice. The more I'm smelling that, the more I'm enjoying smelling it. Good start. Good start. Okay. Next up, we have... What we got next up? Peau D'Espagne. We have Peau D'Espagne. D'Espagne Peau. Let's have a waft. Where are you? 1872, a perfume telling the former glory of Master Glover perfumers. Peau D'Espagne, an irrevocably powdery and woody leather fridge. Fucking powdery. I always fear when you spray the atomizer on samples at the beginning, you think, shit, it's not going to work. Well, we've gotten away with that one, it has. Let's have a look at you. What you got for us? Under the reign of Louis the citrusy. Under the reign of Louis the 14th, the corporation of Glover perfumers flourished until its peak in the 18th century. The Maison Oriza Legrand extended its collection with a perfume telling the former glory of master perfumers and glove makers by creating Peau d'Espagne in 1872, an irrevocably powdery and woody leather fragrance. Top notes: rose, neroli, bergamot, and verbena. Yes, it has that. It has that citrusy top. Heart, clove, lavender, carnation, and sandalwood base, birch, styrax, and benzoine. I can tell you now, there is something very jarring between the rose. It's a powdery rose clove thing, right, with the carnations in there as well. But it jars it jars a lot with that bergamot, verbena, citrus, sharp top. Some people might really, really enjoy this, right? But for me, I really don't like that. I really don't like that kind of slightly citric, almost fruity, excuse me whilst I hydrate, almost fruity kind of sharp cut juxtaposed against the pillowy, soft powderiness of the lavender and the rose and the clove. Clove can be a little bit gritty for me. There's a lot of clove going on in here. Apparently there's birch tar, styrax, and benzoin again. Some of the benzoin. I think the way they use benzoin, it gives it an almost like dry kind of aspect. It was the same in the first one too. It's calming down, but it's a lot more powdery, and I'm starting to get wafts of the birch. So there's a bit of leather. This has almost got like, do you know Parma Violets? That almost kind of chalky, floral reach. I'm really reaching when I say citrus kind of thing. The leather's starting to come through, which is nice, but it's a leather I've smelled before, and it feels like a prefabricated leather, and I've smelled it in other perfumes before, and I don't like when that happens. They don't build their own leather records anymore. They use a leather material, and while that's cost effective, it gets boring, you know? Again, this is a very, very good quality fragrance. It's very interesting. It's very well made. It's very, what a lot of people call well blended. It's smooth. It's coherent. I just don't care for it. Do you know what I mean? Like, overly powdery for me. I imagine a lot of people would love this, though. I imagine a lot of people would love... Well, I say a lot of people would love this. A lot of people who are into quality perfumes would love this. I should compare this to the Peau d'Espagne I've got. I've got a vintage Santa Maria Novella Peau d'Espagne. The birch in that is fucking blinding. It's like your eyeballs are melting. It's incredible, but it's like one spray, and there is quite an animalic tinge to the leather, that kind of hide, fresh hide. So there's still some like tannin materials on it, you know. That's very good though. That's heading in that direction. It's not quite as on the nose as the Santa Maria Novella. You will notice that I have never worn that in anger. And the reason I've never worn it in anger is because I think if I got angry with that fragrance, it would beat me up. It would beat me up, friends. It would turn on us, and it would be like, who you talking to? And then fucking punches right in the fucking face. And I'm scared. Okay, let's move on to the last one, shall we? Let's move on to the last one for today. We're doing 3 today and 3 the next time. I was going to say tomorrow, but it might not be tomorrow. Quirus, La Russe. Elegant and majestic, this imperial perfume conjures up the days of the Russian aristocracy's love affair with rich fragrances so refined they had no equals. I mean, if everybody's making like a fucking... I think a Cuir de Russe, right, is kind of like the... It's kind of like the oud of its day. You know, everybody made a Russian leather, whereas everybody's got an oud these days. At least one. Whoa. Let's have a whiff of you. Let's have a whiff of you. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. What are your notes? Reveal to me your notes. Top notes are coriander, lavender, wormwood, bergamot, juniper, and styrax. Middle notes are geranium, rose de maia, mortel, cardamom, styrax, and Indonesian patchouli leaf. Base notes are labdanum, incense, musk, tonka, sandalwood, amber, benzoin, and vetiver. Rose, I get the rose, but it's very powdery, it's very soft, and it's up there with the lavender as well. The lavender is very powdery and soft and smart. It's old world, kind of clean, powdery, think Habit Rouge kind of lavender. I think Habit Rouge full stop. It's got a benzoin in it again. They are obviously big fans of benzoin. Powdery, it feels chalky on the back of my throat. I wouldn't wear this. Oh, but what a smell. That's really, really grand and handsome. That is very... That's very gentlemanly. That's very... suited, booted, grown-up, adult male. Lavender, rose, bergamot, musk, tonka. Maybe some of that styrax as well. That's very clean and honest and mature. I'm impressed. I'm impressed with the house. I'm impressed with all three of these, actually. Although... I don't know. I'm definitely going to try the first one on skin, Rêve d'Ossian. I might try the second one on skin just to see what it does. I'm not sure I'm going to try this one on skin because... I'm not a fan of that chalky, granular, gritty, dusty kind of lavender thing. Patchouli. Lavender. Would I call this a fougere? Not massively. Maybe. A little bit of the wormwood, just a little bit though, just a little twinge, a little tickle. Powdery. They do the same thing with the lavender and their other fragrances too, in Scotch lavender. It should be Scots lavender or Scottish lavender, not Scotch. Scotch is a drink. Powdery. Their use of benzoin across the fragrances, these three fragrances at least, interesting. Okay, let's go back. Do a quick cover of the three. Rêve d'Ossian is very modern. It's got that slightly mineralic, fresh tone to it. Something a little bit Filippo Sorcinelli about that, the incensiness, you know. Something a little bit Sorcinelli-esque. There's a material or an accord in there. I wouldn't be surprised if that perfumer worked for Sorcinelli. Peau D'Espagne, that's going to go on skin. That's very clean and very modern. I quite like that, little bit spicy. And the Russe, it's okay. I might try them all. Anyway, it's the end of the video, friends. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you again soon. Bye.